to the next topic real quick. Here we go. I'm gonna add this to the
Deal with
stage.
a man that is more sensitive than you.
It gets strange for me in conversations like these when we talk about one party being more sensitive or more soft, and a lot of times that kind of boxes men in, and it's alarming because if a man can't be sensitive and soft in his relationship, then where can he be? Like I don't know too many men that don't want to take their guard down with their old lady. Like I don't want to have to come home and protect myself from you. Like do you know what I gotta go through out in the world, and then to have to come home and guard and tiptoe with you because I can't be vulnerable? Like even when we use the word soft, bruh, a man being hard all the time will destroy him. Get you a man that gotta be hard all the time and see how he handle you. Brother, a man has to find softness in himself to properly handle those parts of you. Empathy is like a huge quality that's necessary for a healthy partnership. And in order to empathize, one almost has to see oneself. And if a man can't see himself in your emotions, if he can't see himself in your softness, then again, what do you think he's going to do? So when you talk about not wanting a man that's more sensitive than you, that's you falling into training that cuts pieces of a man off. And then you complain about those pieces being missing when he show up at your doorstep.
Nah, that was facts right there.
Yeah.
I feel like that was real.
What are you laughing at?
Man, me personally, I think that's some sucker shit. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Sucker shit?
Sucker?
Hell yeah. That's some
What kind of soft are you trying to be? That's what I'm trying to. I mean, I'm with my boy on this. What kind of soft are you trying to be at home? You trying to come home and cry? Are you trying to come home and you know?
What if he needs to cry?
Trying to do?
No, I mean, I see what you're saying. You saying it's like levels to it.
Listen, check it, right? If I was with you and I came home and you're my soft place where I need to go vent and where I need to just let all my tears out, how would you feel about me if I did that about 3 times a month?
No, hey, if you come home and say,
okay,
oh, you know, they hurt my feelings today.
My feelings are hurt. Can you be my pillow to cry on?
Wait, but
I'd rather him tell you. Forget the crying part for 1 second, but I would rather him tell me I hurt his feelings instead of being passive aggressive and me having to guess what's wrong with you. Like, did I do something? So I would rather he communicate that. Yeah, what you said earlier wasn't cool. Blah blah blah. Now,
but what if my problem is not with you? What if my problem is with something I went through outside?
With the
world. My problem is not with you. It's with the world.
Okay, so he can come talk to me about that as well. You're saying, are you asking if it's okay if he comes and confide in me and tells me about that?
Right.
Okay, so say as you're on the first date with someone, right?
I feel like
my bad.
I feel like y'all are making it like to an extreme case of like y'all saying like nigga crying, you know, whining and stuff like that. He falling out. I feel like man or woman, you don't need to be doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and place for everything. And I just feel like maybe what he was saying was to the degree of being some type of vulnerable with this woman to be able to communicate that maybe he didn't feel as strong that day. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is out here tripping. I'm trying to get a raise and niggas is playing with me in the streets. Everything he want, he might be having conflict. He's feeling some type of way about his own self-being. We can talk about that. We can work on that. We can figure out ways on that's going to help you be in a more positive attitude and be more excited about your day and actually achieve your accomplishments. I feel like that's more so what he's saying, because a woman can be very quick to where if you say that you're trying to do something, sometimes a woman can have that tongue and say, nigga, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? She playing you, she downplaying you, and she taking advantage of you actually just saying like, you might be doubting some type of self-being or self-worth or whatever the hell it is. But I do think it's a level. You don't need to be, a woman don't need to be coming home crying and stuff every day either. That's too much. You have to have emotional stability. So it's not about like crying and falling out. It's just having a woman that can understand and reciprocate different shit without him having to be hard. And hold on, I'm almost done. But when he was talking about get you a man, whatever he said, something about get you a man that is hard all the time, that's being hard, and he's saying, watch what that do to you. I have experienced that where a nigga don't know nothing about being soft. He don't know nothing about toning that shit down. He don't know nothing about just being, empathetic and genuine in certain situations. He's always ready for the battle. He's ready to stand up and show you that he's the man. And that turns into a whole bunch of hoopla. But yeah, I digress. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I don't think we're talking about someone who's trying to be rah-rah all the time. But the examples that you gave, it was nothing soft about that. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but soft and manhood in the same sentence don't even sound.
I was about to say, I think it's the terminology.
Yeah, maybe the terminology, but overall,
isn't what a man would like to be called. For instance, yeah, if I have a boyfriend and I call him soft, he's gonna take that offensively, as I believe any man would, right? So I understand that, but like Randy was saying, like maybe and like the guy was saying too, it's more so being vulnerable, because vulnerability does have softness into it. Like it's like in one. So I do think that within a partnership, relationship, marriage, that level of vulnerability, a safe space, has to be there on both ends, because I think it's important. I mean, life is hard, and that's supposed to be your partner, somebody that you can confide in, and just if you need to vent, like, it's important that person is there for you, no matter what it's about.
You said the word partner, you lost me. You lost me with partner.
Hey, give us an example of vulnerability in a relationship. A man's vulnerability in a relationship. Can't do it, can't you?
A man being vulnerable in a relationship, I would just say,
you just asked me the question.
My bad. He asked you. My bad.
Another thing too. While you thinking about that, right? While you thinking about that, another thing.
Wait, if you was on your for me or my sister?
Either one of you.
Either one.
Okay, go ahead.
The whole cast.
Go ahead. What was you about to say? I thought you was about to say something else. While we thinking about it.
Stuck. No, you stuck. Okay, here's my other question then. Say for instance, why you all are thinking about the vulnerability part, right?
Vulnerability in a relationship, a man, that could be just something simply him reciprocating his emotions. It doesn't have to be anything specific or you falling out. It's just you actually being able to reciprocate how you're feeling in that moment, that day, that present moment.
That's not
don't have to be nothing that's a serious
like
situation.
A childhood.
Yeah, it could be
being able to express how you feel. Being able to express how you feel is not being vulnerable.
Well, I mean, to a lot of men it is, because they don't want to do that. They don't. They don't want to be moved. They don't want to be moved.
Just my opinion.
Ain't shaken by what you're doing.
Okay, so with this one, when she said that it was okay for a man to say, you hurt my feelings. If you was on the first date with someone and you said, hey, I never noticed that chipped tooth. And he said, well, hey, that kind of hurt my feelings.
You're going to the extreme.
No, but I'm saying, if you was on the first date with someone and you said something, they said it hurt their feeling, would you want to be interested in continuing a relationship with them?
I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge no nigga. First of all, I'm not gonna. Sorry, go ahead, T. My bad. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. First of all, I'm not gonna go on. I'm not gonna go up to nobody and say nothing about that nigga chip tooth. I got nice teeth, all 32. People, I would never do that. That's a lack of character on your part. If niggas is going around, oh nigga, I ain't noticed you missing a tooth in the back. That's just disrespectful and that's just stupid. That's stupid.
No.
But if somebody was in that situation and they came back and was like, damn, bro, like you hurt my feelings with that. I'm not about to judge a whole nigga self being off of him saying you hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be like, oh, word, like that's crazy. Like, okay, my bad. And I might laugh a little bit and we're gonna move on. I'm literally not gonna think about it.
So that honestly wouldn't cross your mind at all anymore when he said you hurt my feelings.
No.
You said that what wouldn't cross my mind?
It wouldn't cross your mind anymore that this dude on your first date said you hurt his feelings.
I'll probably laugh at that shit with my homegirls.
Exactly.
This is exactly what we're talking about. This is why we cannot be as vulnerable as y'all try to make us sound.
Him being vulnerable is allowing him to do that, and for me stepping back and saying my bad. that is what creates the space for him.
Oh,
to
but
be
you gonna go
vulnerable.
laugh about it with your homegirls like, yo, this
Exactly.
nigga, because he got a chip too.
Listen,
Pause.
me personally,
Yo.
that's funny as hell. It is. It's funny as hell. If somebody was out somewhere and they came and told me, hey, bro, this nigga was laughing at my chip too, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna laugh, bro.
Hold up.
That's
Hey.
just we know. That's just we know. That shit funny. It's
So you
Yeah.
so you go tell your girls, right? You go laugh with your girls about it.
That's not her
And second-
man. No,
second
that's
is-
not her boyfriend. That's not her husband.
we
Like,
dating, right? Y'all
we're
said
It's
you
still a
said
per- it's still a
But what I'm
person
saying
though.
is when you're dating someone, what are you doing?
No,
Or aren't you trying to find someone that you can be your mate?
What he said
Wait,
was
what?
you're on a first date with someone. That's what you said.
That's what he
So
said.
we
That
don't
was
take
the
it no
scenario.
further than that. It's
Still
the first
dating.
date.
Would you
Still
go on a
dating.
first date with
It's
someone?
me getting to know you.
Would you go on a
What
first
was
date with
that?
someone you couldn't be in a relationship with?
You said would I go on a first date with someone that I
How do you know
couldn't
you
be in a
can't be in a
relationship
relationship with them if you haven't gone
Why
on
would
a
I
first
be
date?
You
wasting
know,
my time?
you know before
Why-
you
You know
go
what?
on that first
You-
date if you're attracted to that person or not. Let's keep it
Exactly.
being.
But
So
being attracted-
if you feel like it's something that could possibly be built out of it, why wouldn't you? The potential is I'm going to eventually probably date you. So
You gotta spend some
that
kind of game.
person, if you're saying that it's okay for that person to be vulnerable, he should be vulnerable on that first date, right? This is why men are not vulnerable because, yeah, you might not think about it right now. You might just be like, yo, my bad. I ain't mean to really talk about your chip too. But then you're going to go right behind my back with your homies and be like,
It's
yo,
the
this
same
he
niggas
corny.
but let's not play that game though, because let's not act like men don't do the same thing. Men love talking
What
about
do we
stuff
do?
like that. Yes, they
We do
do.
it.
I have plenty of homeboys, all ages, sizes, colors, shapes, and whatever.
It's because they're not interested in that person.
No,
That's
no, no.
why.
When men get back with their boys and they get to talking, they're gonna get to talking. Especially if that woman does something funny or something you don't like or whatever the hell, whatever, I don't know, whatever be going through y'all head, you're gonna go back to your homeboy. There hasn't been a situation where I know either one of you haven't and laughed or did something that a woman did.
If I didn't like her, yeah. If I didn't like her, yeah. But if it's somebody that I saw something with,
I know where it's coming from. If she was funny or something or whatever the case, yes, that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is, you going back telling your girls that he said you hurt his feelings or what have you, that's not a positive. That's a negative.
I would go back and tell them that somebody, well, because I guess like I said, I wouldn't be doing it. I would go back and tell her, hey, while I was on my first date with this nigga, he said that somebody came up and said, oh, I didn't notice that chipped tooth in the back or you got a missing tooth in the front. And he was just like, whatever. I would go back and laugh at that shit. That's crazy. I would never do that though to nobody. I wouldn't talk about anybody's flaw to their face.
Yeah, like,
that's just
we're not on here to judge whether you would do something or not. It's just
I'm just letting you know. You know, and I'm just letting you know because you asked me the question, so I'm letting you know how I will respond in that situation. And I'm just being real about it. If it's funny, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna move on. Damn,
but y'all hurt my feelings.
my feelings is hurt too.
What's your name? Is it Quan? I apologize, Quan. I ain't mean to
She even messed up your name, man. She done missed the T at the end of it.
Quan? No, she done missed up a whole lot of alphabet.
Quint. Yeah, I can't see. My ring
Put on those
can't see.
Yo.
Damn Quan.
My dude Quan.